you are listening to Oscar's radio show. I am Oscar. Yeah. So hope you're enjoying the show. I was thinking because I had a mate just come round there, and he was applying for a mortgage, obviously for a house, and he was looking to. What is he said? It's like a mortgage in theory or something like that, where he was applying for. I think he was applying for an application for a mortgage or something like that to see how much money you could get. I'm not too sure how it works. I don't know much about buying houses or stuff like that. But I'm getting to that age where a lot of my mates are looking at buying houses, and they've been like saving up and stuff, and some of them already have houses, and I was getting a little bit worried. I was like, I should probably start saving up for a house and buy a house at some point. But then I thought, you know what? You could just live in the woods, and technically people would class you as homeless, but if you were good enough at living in the woods, then you could still have a job, you could still have a bank account, you could still go to work every day, and you're just living in the woods in a little shelter you made somewhere. Or it doesn't have to be the woods. If you don't like the woods, you could live on a hill that doesn't have any trees. But I mean, you could essentially make yourself a house, and you could make it pretty comfortable. That's where you live permanently. To be honest, I reckon. And you'd still go to work every day. You wouldn't be begging or anything like that. You still go to work, and they'd be like, well, where do you live? Because I know you need to have an address to get a bank account, but if you've already got a bank account registered at your mum's address, then you don't have to tell them that you're moving to the woods. So you just keep that bank account, and then I don't know, do you need to, some jobs they ask you for your address. I doubt they're ever going to go to your house and make sure you're living at that address. So I'm fairly sure, and you can still vote as well if you were registered there. You could put down anyone's address. It's just where your mail gets sent to. What's the bank gonna do if you don't live there? I mean, I don't own my mum's house. She technically doesn't have to. I could have put anybody's address as long as it's a real address. So I don't think they've ever checked. Nobody from the bank or work has ever gone to the house and been like, "Oh, is Oscar there? Is he coming out? Is he, does he live here?" Nobody's done that, so I could have been living in the woods this whole time, and nobody would have known. I'd still be paying tax. I'd still be a law-abiding citizen. So, yeah, I reckon, and it's a lot cheap. A house is a bloody waste of money. It's like what? Like he was looking at it, and it was like 130 grand, 130,000 pounds. How much? You could apply for a loan of that much money and not even need to work, and then live in the woods. Well, I suppose you need to work to pay the loan off, but I mean, exactly, you wouldn't, I don't know, well, you would never need to apply for that amount of money, ever. You just have a job, and then you don't need to pay, however much a month in rent or mortgage, because you're living in the woods, so the whole thing is spending money, all of it. You might not have, Wi-Fi, but you can, there's plenty of Wi-Fi cafes, and Wi-Fi, there's Wi-Fi on the bloody bus nowadays, so you don't really need that. You won't really need a car, because I imagine you wouldn't be working too far away from, it's not that you would be working too far away from where you live in the woods, it's you would be living in the woods near your work, so you'd probably move your house more than anything else, rather than trying to find a job. You're not stuck to a job that is around where you have a house. You live around where you work, so you could get a job anywhere and live anywhere in the woods or on a hill if you don't like the trees and that. So yeah, that's what I was thinking. That was my thought of the day. Yeah, enjoy the next song. And I hope that's enlightened you and possibly inspired you to, give up your mortgage, delete your mortgage, and go live in the woods.